Hey guys, it's Mandy from Lethbridge Fitness. We are doing another mobility little sequence here. So if you're like me, I've been doing a lot of stuff outside. It's beautiful outside. I've been doing a ton of stairs and a lot of walking with my dog. So one of the things that I find, especially with my fancy dancy new shoes, is like I talked about before in previous videos, just how when you start to lose sensation through your feet, or when you don't have as mobile feet, it can really change how your body moves. So this is one of the things that I actually do fairly regularly coming in from outside. You can do it even right after your workout. You could use your front steps to do this. What I start with is I basically start with something that's going to be toe related, so I'm worried about that joint specifically. I'm just going to put one foot up on the stair. I'm just going to go like this, move that around a little bit. Now, I would typically start just moving it to see what the mobility is like that day. The second thing that I would go to, I would probably do this part inside, but I'm going to show you, if you're like, that's pretty good, is I would actually, this is where I'd work on that sitting position, right? So where the toe is tucked under and I'm getting into some of that mobility in there. This would be kind of the next level up. And then my goal is usually I'm working up towards 5 minutes sitting in this position, just to get that mobility happening. So starting from the toe, right, stairs, or this guy. Second piece would be going into something that you already know, which is just typical calf stretching, right? So that's where I'm just dropping it off, holding it for some of them, or moving it back and forth. Either way is fine, okay? The third piece that I would actually work with, I'm just gonna slide these guys off on the one side. I would use my stairs and I would actually do what I call foot scraping. So I would go from just in front of the heel and actually just slide it down. So if you've ever done any work with a golf ball in the bottom of your foot, this can help do some of the same thing. You notice it puts me into a calf stretch at the same time. In terms of mobility, really helps just loosen up some of that. And then I'm gonna go into, so it's a hamstring stretch, focusing on with a little bit of the calf as well at the same time. So anything that you can hold on to while you're there. So I'm going to go into a position where I'm in a hamstring stretch. I'm going to support myself and then I'm going to play around with my position. So it kind of looks like downward facing dog. If you're like me, I get really tight. So I've got my hamstring stretch. By leaning forward and keeping my heels grounded, I can really feel what happens through here. When I get to that place where I'm like, okay, I can hold that part, I'm now gonna really focus and see if I can get the quad to squeeze. So if I can get my quads to activate while I'm there, it actually moves past that stretch reflex, allows that to actually release a little bit more safely. My body isn't worried about overstretching at that point. I love this sequence. Like I said, if you've come in from a long run, really great way to just get things feeling like they're moving really well again. Okay? See you guys later.